Welcome back to Unapologetically Queer, my lovely queer gang up in here. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope spring break is going well for those who are coming back from spring break or those who are beginning their spring break. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, I know. I always add something new, always twist it up, always changing, always trying to make new forms of video. I know. And that's my problem because I, for some reason, can't seem to just settle for ordinary videos, but I like making all different types of videos, and I have so many plans in my head for videos, so don't blame me, sis, okay? Because I just want to make a whole bunch of content, and I don't care. I want it to be spontaneous, I want it to be new, I want it to be some form of ordinary and original, okay? So for today's video, I want to talk about a lot of like racial nuances, like racial insensitivities that I've encountered that kind of like throw me off in the environment, because I've become much more aware of my spaces. I've become much more aware of where I go, what I do, and how I act in several spaces. And I think this is a lot of this has to do with the fear of being stereotyped, the fear of being seen a certain way. And obviously we all carry our own prejudices, and it's hard for us not to, assume that a certain type of people are a certain way, depending on whatever identity, racial, ethnic, religious, sexual orientation, does not matter. It's the same thing. The same concept is what I'm trying to say. So, essentially, let me tell you all a little story of what happened. So today I went to Shoppers with my mom, and I was, picking up the little donuts. Today's my brother's birthday, March 19th. Hey, Pisces gang, I'm March 8th, baby. So we were, getting some cupcakes to take to his school. We were getting some donuts, getting a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't need, but we got whatever. So we were getting the donuts. My mom left and got some juice. I was getting the donuts, and I overhear the ladies that work in the baking area. I don't even know what the name is, but they work in the baking section and they bake everything. And I overhear something about something missing, or like something being stolen. And these are the exact comments that I hear. Oh, it was probably the Mexicans who stole the stuff. The Mexicans. So I want you to think, what do you think is wrong with that? Because I think I'm going to title this form of segment, or these types of videos, What's Wrong With It? Okay, because a lot of people don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm going to break it down and let you know what's wrong with it. So, she said, the Mexican probably stole everything. That's the first thing. The second thing I heard was, oh no, not the Latina. And then the third thing was confirmation within the group and laughter within the group about these particular individuals relating to stealing. And that's the type of thing where I'm just like, this is very insensitive, because not all people from a specific group participate in several things that you may be thinking they participate in, because that's just not how it works. Not everybody from a group represents a stereotype. Okay. So, first thing that's wrong with it, the Mexicans. Okay, I don't want to get political, but let's be real, sis. Let's be real. Let's talk about this. Let's break it down. Our political system currently, the person in the White House, I like to say the person renting the White House, okay? Hear me? Because you renting it because you got it, because you just doing a lot of inappropriate stuff that you shouldn't be doing, and putting people against each other based on a lot of social things that you know exist, but you don't want to acknowledge it, but want to be using a lot of highly insensitive microaggressions. But you want to be using a lot of microaggressions against different types of groups, depending who they are, based on identities that they cannot control. So these Mexicans, okay, the amount of times I've heard Mexicans, the problem with that one is that you can't generalize that a whole group of Latin Americans are Mexicans, because she said Mexicans, but then the other lady said Latin America, not the Latinas, not the Latinos. What that tells me is, consciously someone knows that that person isn't Mexican. Not the Latinos. Are you just using Mexican as a general term for the Latin individuals that work with you? Or am I reading too deep into this? Also, if y'all disagree with this and y'all think that I'm digging deeper than I have to I'm digging deeper than I have to dig, let me know, because that's what we're here. This is a dialogue. This is where we talk, we engage, okay? And yes, of course, it is unapologetically queer, where we talk about all queer things. It's a dog. We can't talk about being queer, being part of the LGBTQIA plus community without acknowledging that people in the community aren't just that. Like, you have to engage other identities, whether racial, ethnic, religion, etc. Because those are very important factors, because we are not one entity. Like, I can't just be a floating Dominican or a floating gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, what I previously said, Mexicans. That just sounds like we back in the 1970s and we categorizing people based on Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, because let's learn your histories out here in these streets, because that's how it used to be. They used to categorize people whether between Mexican and Puerto Rican. So anything else, you just didn't exist. So to me, this sounds like we're backtracking, we're going back in time, even though we haven't progressed that much, because we still need to do a lot of work. But you know, that's just, I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm not doing too much, you know. I'm just speaking the truth. When I'm speaking the truth, I'm not doing too much. I'm just being me and acknowledging the issues within our own structural, political, social spheres. So there's that. And then the second thing that bothered me was people confirming and laughing. You know, I understand we all make jokes, and I'm guilty of laughing and making jokes of things that I shouldn't be doing, and doing some insensitive things myself. But it took some soul searching for me to realize that I need to get my shit together, and I need to know my biases, and I need to know what the hell I'm doing and how I do it, what I'm saying, how that can affect other people. So to me, her saying, "Oh, not the Latinos," that sounds, and then she started laughing, and then other people started laughing, saying, "No, they're not the Latinos." To me, sounds like, we don't know if they're Mexican. Oh my God, not them. Oh, not the Latinos. Don't blame them. You just gonna blame them? And then they all started laughing. I feel like it's appropriate to tell people, like, hey, like, if it's a problem, if you really think that someone, maybe this person is Mexican, maybe they are stealing something. Everyone from, or any race, any ethnicity can steal, okay? Let's not try to make a race seem like they don't do bad things. Let me not get there. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to realize that some things we need to check. Like, if it was part of our own group, we would check that ish real quick. Because another thing, the people who were saying this were African American, and I'm like, you would not like people to say things like that about you. Okay? You wouldn't like people to use racial slurs, you know, against you like that. Generalize you like that. At least I wouldn't like that to happen. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I'm speaking of. Because this is important. So, to end this video, the segment, what's wrong with this? People, we need to realize that we're all different, and that there's nothing wrong with being different, first thing. Second thing, we also need to realize that we need to check ourselves. Some things that we do can be very insensitive and very hurtful. You never know who's around, and this was in a public place. Like, this was at Shoppers. Like, you never know who's around. You never know who's around. So let's make sure that we're very sensitive about these things. Let's make sure we're checking people, and do it all in a safe way. Wow, I can't even talk. And do it all in a safe way. Because we need to understand that with these political uproars currently happening in the administration, that we're gonna have to step up ourselves, and it's our constitutional right. Okay, don't let nobody ever tell you that you are being too sensitive, because that just sounds like them saying, don't bring this up, because it brings up the truth and it makes me uncomfortable because I lose power. Did you think about that? Oh no, you didn't. but now you know. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and as always, stay unapologetically queer in the streets. And let me know, do you like this video? Did you not like it? Like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you would like. But yeah, remember, stay true to yourself and be you, because nobody can be like you, boo, because you is original.